Hello, everyone. Welcome to Week at Sports, and it's Lions versus Steelers pregame, last preseason game of
Thank
the
God.
year. So we get the regular season football. We just want to see. I'm assuming some starters will start this time. Just want to see rounding out the.
I don't want Goff starting at all.
You probably will have like a quarter.
I want him playing 3 quarters.
I don't want him. No, maybe 2 series. That's it.
No, I expect them maybe a quarter. Some starters just getting in there, just warming up basically.
I think
But that's it.
Hooker should be for 4 quarters. You don't need to see Sudfeld.
You don't need to see Nate Sudfeld for part of the
We'll
game.
get to all that.
But it is just basically seeing who we're going to have. I think Hendon Hooker probably will be splitting time with Nate Sudfeld for the most part.
Why isn't Fromm playing?
Because he just signed with us.
What?
He's just a scrub.
He's not ready.
I know.
Who do you think Sudfeld is?
I know.
Sudfeld's less
but
than
he
that.
understands the playbook. Fromm doesn't even understand the playbook.
Sudfeld understands the playbook.
Yeah.
What?
He's been with the team for years.
What? Throw it in the dirt? That's what it.
Well, that's
hold on to the ball for 15 seconds.
That's not.
Here.
That doesn't mean he doesn't know the playbook.
Nate. You're going to throw 5 interceptions and get crippled behind your shit offensive line.
That's right. That's his playbook.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Hendon Hooker is running away with the backup QB competition. But overall, right, I expect this time to be split just to see how each guy does for the most part.
Yes.
I mean, technically, Sudfeld's leading the team with 292 yards, 1 TD, 2 interceptions, 27 for 51.
If he beats out Hooker, then Campbell, there's something wrong. I don't get it.
He's got something on him.
That's right.
So that is what is expected out of the
dating Campbell's daughter.
QB game. Running back wise, it's still seeing who's going to be pulling out in that competition.
14 years
old. I wouldn't put it past Nick Sudfeld.
But running back competition wise, right, we're seeing who's going to pull ahead of that one. You got Craig Reynolds, who's probably going to be the third, but Vaki is making a very good case to make the team.
Who I think should be the number 3. I like Craig Reynolds. Been with the team a few years. Good solid number 3 back. But I just think Vaki's better out of the backfield. He's stronger. I mean, he's against the Giants? I don't know what he averaged against the Chiefs, but he was averaging over 7 yards a carry for a while.
But I mean, Vaki is doing good on both sides. He is
and he's
safety
younger
as well. So I mean, he can play some defense, play some special teams. So he has multiple ways to get on this roster.
Might be the steal of our draft. I don't know.
But you got to find a way to get him on the team. Even if they might stay loyal to Reynolds, but
I mean, Vaki's probably going to end up being a special teams
There is
guy.
no loyalty in pro sports.
Well, some people are weird. I'm not saying there should be, but if he stays on the team, it's not because Vaki I like his upside. I just think we know what Craig Reynolds is, like we know what Sudfeld is, but Vaki and Hooker both have huge upsides.
I like Zonovan Knight, but I don't think he's as talented as either Reynolds or Vaki. He'll be lucky to make the team or practice guy. I mean, and that's not a knock on him because he's pretty good.
He's doing decent.
It's just that he's got guys in front of him that are that much better.
Yeah. I mean, and like I said, we'll see what ends up, who's pushing who out with this last game. Going into wide receivers, who's going to be wide receiver number 5? It's even though Donovan Peoples-Jones is struggling, he's probably going to be on the team regardless. But it seems like Isaiah Williams is running away with that 5th spot. He is leading the team with
solid guy.
10 receptions and 106 yards.
He's proved it. He is a good, solid number 4 guy. Probably shown us more than down DPJ.
But money talks, and they're paying DPJ, so they might just say, "Oh,
what are they paying him league minimum?"
Are they?
No, they're not paying him league minimum.
What are they paying him? Like 2?
Around there, I think 2, 3. I don't know.
That's lower tier.
Not major, but I mean, he's what's expected, right? So far, Isaiah Williams is pulling ahead. I mean, you still got other people on the team like Tom Kennedy, Fountain, and Maurice Alexander. Other people still fighting for a spot, but I'm pretty sure Isaiah Williams is kind of running away with that 5th spot. But we'll see more of this game. Who's going to stand out enough to convince Campbell to stay on the team?
Well, the only thing I'm looking for more out of Vaki. Like I said, he's the solid number 3 guy in my opinion. I would like to see Hooker out there with the starting offensive line. See what he can do with a solid O-line, so he has time to get to throw to some hopefully St. Brown and all them guys going to be playing. So
I would
we
assume
some number one guys.
They might play for a series.
not long, but just a little
That's
bit. Get some
basically
practice
it.
in.
For me is I think I want to see what Hooker can do against the offensive line. And what do you want to see?
I mean, I think I've seen pretty much all I'm going to see. I'd like to see more Hooker, and probably pay more attention to the defense this game.
The defense is probably going to be key.
Martin and I think Betts is on his way out. I think
you know what? He had a sack in yesterday's game, but as I was telling Harold earlier, he's a dime a dozen. I think it goes to show you why he's in
like
the CFL. There's a big jump in talent. And you know who else I think is in trouble? Honest to God, that they're not happy with is Josh Pascal.
He might.
I think he's on a contract year, isn't he?
Yeah.
So I mean, he has to play well, or else he's off the team.
Yeah.
At the end of this year, he ain't going to be brought back.
I mean, you can't be injured all the time and constantly be battling.
Nope.
I don't think he's a bad player, but that's why they got rid of Green. I mean, you don't. Some people do not have a long leash. You can, Jameson Williams can screw up constantly and still be considered
somebody like Aiden Hutchinson too.
Because of what he still has in the tank, what he can offer. But
you get to be a second, third, fourth round pick. You got a very short window of opportunity to show what you can do.
I mean, right now we're kind of also trying to pay attention to the secondary and who's going to pull out there. I mean,
they signed Vildor.
Let's say, will Vildor stay on the team?
The one that is good with having footballs bounce off his face in game-winning situations.
Right.
I'm glad we got him again.
I mean, with the injury of Mosley, it's going to open up.
We lost out on Judah, I guess.
I think we got good, solid core group of guys there.
Linebacking is where our problem is, and I don't know what they're going to do with that. But we'll see. Well, Anzalone is solid, but who's going to start along with him?
I agree. I saw your text earlier about Campbell. I mean, you really haven't heard much of that guy.
I would think he'd be playing in preseason games, but I haven't heard him.
He hasn't done anything.
Has he been on the field at
I don't
all?
think so.
So if he's not been on the field, we can't really evaluate him.
He's not injured, right?
Not that I know of.
No, he's not injured. Not injured at all. But you're facing a Steelers team, right? Justin Fields trying to get back into a starting role behind Russell Wilson. Probably will see both of them play. So you'll kind of see this defense of how they will be against a running quarterback.
I don't think the knock on Wilson when he was with the Broncos was it his ability, or did the players just think he was a dick? I mean, what was it? He wasn't well liked. I know that.
Right.
I don't think he got along with the coaching staff.
Well,
maybe he needs just the right situation.
He is not in Pittsburgh for the money because he signed league minimum.
He's made a boatload. He's set for.
So
life.
he's fine over there in Pittsburgh, league minimum. He's just trying to get some football in. And
my guess is Denver is still paying some of his contract.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why.
So I haven't watched much of them in the preseason though. Who's winning that battle?
Don't know.
I can't tell you exactly because I've heard Justin Fields has had bad days. I've heard Russell Wilson.
Would you want either one of them on your team? Like if you're the coach of Pittsburgh and you're like, I got one guy who's in his late 30s now, and this other guy is not really proven anything since he's been in the league. I don't know.
It's a weird thing. I'm hoping. I'm a Justin Fields fan, so I hope he succeeds.
If he stayed in Chicago, I would have picked the Bears to win the division.
I think they just basically got the same guy in Chicago as they did with Fields.
Right.
Caleb, I mean, really, what? He's not really that proven either, if you ask me.
So I'm kind of curious to see. I should. I'll talk to my Pittsburgh connection and see what's going on there.
I know who that is.
So
see what happens.
I didn't know he was a football fan.
He is. Remember we played that one game with them and they crushed him.
Yeah, he almost lost his life that day.
He lost one of his lenses.
Yeah, like the Google.
But it'll be just probably a normal game being played out. I mean, the KC game was at least somewhat entertaining for a preseason game. I don't know how entertaining this preseason game will be.
But I don't
But-
want Goff on the field at all.
I expect Goff to be there for at most a quarter. At most.
Do you think all their starters are going to play?
Yes.
Do you think
I haven't
Sewell
heard
and
Anybody who
Hutchinson and
doesn't
all
have-
those guys?
Anybody who doesn't have like a little bit of an injury, like if they're worried about them aggravating something, they're gonna play
Where's this at?
at home in Detroit.
When is it?
Saturday at 1:00.
You want to go?
Saturday, I'm working that day, so no,
I'm
can't go,
working that day too. So.
can't go. But
Damn
hopefully,
it, I
hopefully
missed
not,
that game.
hopefully not a
So
boring game. For
there's
us.
like a 2-week break before start of football.
I guess. So there ain't a
After the last
game
preseason
because
game?
there ain't a game till Sunday, September 8th for us. It's Sunday night football.
2 weeks. to prepare.
Well, when do they cut down by tomorrow?
No,
When do they have to get down to 53?
probably after the game.
Okay.
Sometime after the game,
Okay.
maybe
But are they making cuts tomorrow? Are they going to
Probably.
announce cuts? Okay.
there'll probably be cuts being made. But
Yeah.
we'll see all what happens. But with that being said, though, if you like what you see, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know
Can
what
I
you
bring
think.
up one more topic
Sure.
real
So what
quick
we got.
before we end?
Um,
What do you guys think of this new kickoff rule? I just don't like it at
I don't know
all.
how it looks.
I can't get
Um,
used to it.
I don't
Um,
like because you can't hide onside kicks. That's the only reason I don't like it.
Maybe if they back the guys
that's
up.
almost a non-brainer. The more I thought about it, it's like who really puts a free? Who tries onside kicks?
Dan Campbell.
Maybe. Yeah. I don't see. They're stupid to try, but if you're not, unless you're in a situation where you have to have one. I mean, it's not.
But they
like
have to
fake
tell them
punts.
that they're doing it now if they're going to do one.
That's ridiculous. Why?
Well, all your players are 40 yards upfield from the kicker.
Yeah.
So how are you going to do an onside kick?
Is the formation different?
They're like 20. They're like 30, 40 yards upfield.
No, I don't get it. I don't understand it. I think most fans, if you'd like to comment about it in the comment section, please do. I just don't think it's going to catch on. I think the majority of NFL fans is going to hate it.
I mean, they don't care about kicking
I
anyways.
don't see why they needed to touch it at all.
They want
Are
more,
they trying to cut down on kickoff return injuries or?
probably that, and they actually want people returning the kicks
Okay.
because the kickoff is one of the most boring things in football because no one runs the ball anymore.
Well, yeah, it's kicked through the end zone most
So
of the time.
they're trying
Well,
to
these guys have such a huge leg.
They're-
I mean,
they're trying to
Okay.
make it so returns happen more often, basically. Be more entertaining, but also make it
So-
less injury.
Well, let's get this Pittsburgh game over with and
Start the
just get to
season.
Start the season.
But-
yeah,
but-
enough of it.
With all that being said, though, if you'd like to see, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think about all the stuff we talked about in the comments. And until next time, good to see everybody
Go Lions.
soon.